Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. And before we jump in, just a quick heads up. We are doing the President's Day sale on the Big 3 Squeeze Bundle. So if you use coupon code USA24, you can save yourself a cool 30%. And the bundle includes pretty much everything. The Big 3 Squeeze, the squeeze labels, the multi-time frame squeeze labels, the Big 3 buy and sell signals, the multi-time frame buy and sell signal labels, the Watchlist Columns, the scans, the 2 classes, access to the trading room, and our newest goodie here, the Big 3 score sheet. So this takes the Big 3 score across 10 different time frames and gives you a total score. Best score for the Bulls is 100, and the best score for the Bears is negative 100. The S&Ps, LRCX, and AMAT, 100 out of 100. QQQ, XLK, the semis, Microsoft, NVIDIA, 98 out of 100. So be sure to check that out. But the mission last week was SPX in the 5K, and here we are. So here's the scoop. Your hourly time frame, your daily time frame, your weeklies, they're all pretty overbought. Which means probabilities-wise, a pullback at any point here would not be the craziest thing. Now, with that being said, what is not overbought is the monthly chart. And we've got to keep in mind the monthly squeeze only fired to the upside about 3 bars ago. A good rule of thumb with the squeeze, once it fires, you're going to get anywhere from 5 to 8 to maybe 10 bars of momentum. The way that I like to look at it, once the squeeze fires, they tend to want to take the price into that upside target. 3 to 3.5 ATR above that weekly 21, or the monthly 21. So for the monthly squeeze here, we've got an upside target of 5150. 5100 is about 1.5% above Friday's closing price. I don't think it'd be the craziest thing for us to get there, and potentially this week. So one thing I'm going to look for on the spiders here is to try to find a spot to buy those 5100 calls. And I would position size it as a lotto, meaning I would accept the max loss. But tomorrow, if they can keep it above that 5,000, the first 5-minute squeeze, 15-minute squeeze, 30-minute squeeze, a pullback to a 30-minute 21, an hourly 21, going to try to find some sort of entry on a lower time frame to then play for that push towards 5,100. So that's the S&Ps, and obviously a big part of the strength as of late, it's been your tech stocks, it's been your semiconductor stocks, all the sexy stuff. But if we check this out here, on the scoreboard for the indices, the IWM is getting pretty interesting. Good looking scores. We've got a monthly squeeze, a 2-day squeeze, and a daily squeeze. Now the thing about the monthly squeeze, if you check out the SPX here, back in April and May, that's when we're first getting the slingshot signals. That's the first heads up that over time, the squeeze might want to turn higher and fire to the upside. It's the first heads up you're going to get the green arrow. When you get the green arrow, you tend to get your push towards your upside target. So on the Russell here, in this big monthly squeeze, we are getting the same slingshot signal. So again, that could be the first heads up here that in the next 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 months, they might want to take that monthly squeeze and fire her to the upside. A bit more shorter term, perfect 2-day squeeze. Great structure, all the fixins. If that can fire, they're going to take it back towards 205 to 210-ish. And we've also got a daily squeeze here. Being that this is the weakest of the indices, the S&Ps are much stronger, the QQQ and the Dow are much stronger. If the small caps can actually join the party, I think all that's going to do is add fuel to the fire. And that could get the S&Ps towards that 51. So I think some out-the-money calls here on the IWM could make sense. And then as far as a stock pick, a bit of a rare sight in this market, AMD is actually on top of that daily 21. A little tough to find that in this market, so assuming the strength continues, that 21 EMA should be a good spot for the next launch. The launch back up towards that 190. So down here on the 4-hour chart, we've got a 4-hour squeeze with the slingshot signal, and then on the 1-hour time frame, we got ourselves a squeeze and the buy signal. So y'all know the drill from here. If the hourly squeeze can fire, that can take you towards 176, 177. If the hourly squeeze fires, pretty good chance they're going to fire that 4-hour squeeze. If they get that bad boy going, and you should be up there towards 185-ish. So for the week ahead, I'd like some calls here on AMD. I'd like some out-the-money calls on the IWM and some 5100 calls on the SPX. Being that we're overbought on the daily chart and the weekly chart, a pullback could be right around the corner, but I don't think you want to fight that monthly squeeze, and there might be a little bit more gas in the tank for a push into that 5100. But all right, y'all, I got to get ready for the game here. It is time to eat, it is time to drink, and be merry. So have a good night, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.